Hey everybody, FalcoCaliber here again. Welcome back to the Escape from Tarkov quest guide. Today we're going to be talking about Sanitary Standards Part 1 and Sanitary Standards Part 2. Now I'm combining these quests because they're essentially the same thing, just the second step is a little bit harder than the first. Both quests require you to find a gas analyzer and turn it into Therapist. The first one does not have to be found in raid, but the second one requires 2 gas analyzers and they do both have to be found in raid. This means that for the first one, if you do hit level 10 before getting here, you can purchase these off of the flea market, usually for an exorbitant amount if it's early in the wipe, but later on if you start, late in the wipe, you could probably get this for pretty cheap off the flea market. Whereas the second one, you cannot purchase these off of the flea market, you have to find them in raid no matter what. The first quest rewards you with a little bit of experience, some rep, 2 car med kits, some ruples, and it allows you to start purchasing the car first aid kits, which can be really helpful because those allow you to heal bleeding and healing at the same time. The second quest rewards you with a little more experience, more rep, and then just some ruples, and allows you to continue on to the painkillers quest. Now, one of the common places to find a gas analyzer is in the pumping station, and it even mentions it in the quest that you can find a door key to the pumping station on factory. There's 2 different keys, so whichever one you find will open up one of the 2 doors into the pumping station on factory. One of the keys spawns on a bench in the bathroom, or the second floor, I guess I should say, of the factory, and you can find it there. The other one doesn't have a set spawn point, so you just have to find it in coats or off of scav backpacks or pockets. Now, even though the quest mentions that you can find the gas analyzers in the pumping station on factory, it's actually a lot easier to find these on interchange. You can find them a lot inside of Ollie on the shelves if you look around. There's also a few electronic stores that you can find gas analyzers in, although I will say that those are kind of hot spots, so be very careful when you're going to those locations. You want to get in, loot them if you see them, and then get out of the area as soon as possible if you're not looking for any fight, or if you just want to get the analyzers and get out without any conflict. Now, these series of quests can go one of 2 ways. You either find them really early on and you hold on to them and you get the quest done and out of the way, no problem, lickety split, or you just have the worst RNG in the world, it feels like, and you just never find them. And when you do, you either die or you get out of raid too early, or, one of those things with the new changes to the patch. So actually acquiring these and getting out of the raid with them alive probably is going to be a lot harder this time around than before, but I will note that I have seen them a lot more recently than I have beforehand. I think they buffed the spawn of these in the scav backpacks, so just make sure if you're looking for these, always focus on checking the backpacks of the scavs that you kill, and if you're just in the area of where a place that they might spawn, then just go ahead and give it a check, just in case. My advice would be to don't focus on this quest unless it's like just been stopping you for a long time. Focus on doing other quests that aren't requiring you to just RNG find items, and as you're doing those other quests, you'll probably run into these a lot. A few good places to check an interchange if you're struggling to find these would be the Tech Light store, in the power plant out in the back, and also in the office warehouse over at Idea. In customs, you can find them in some shelves in different areas in the offices. And then on Shoreline, there is a spawn in a storage unit outside of the East Wing Resort. And the last option, if you're stuck and you can't even find the 1 gas analyzer that you need for Sanitary Standards Part 1, there is a trade for Mechanic Level 2 for 4 CPU fans or a gas analyzer. I can't imagine that you'd have Mechanic Level 2 before getting to level 10 and being able to just buy it off the flea market, but just something to note, that is an option, but I just wouldn't recommend it because you do need those CPU fans for some mechanic quests later on. I don't think that trade's worth it, especially with how often I've been seeing the gas analyzers this time around. Like I said, don't focus on doing this quest and just looking for straight gas analyzers. I'd say focus on doing other quests that are more task oriented instead of find oriented, and just, keep an eye out for these along the way as you go. Let me know if you find them spawning in any other places. I have found one in one of the factories on a shelf near the toolbox. I call it the glass factory over on the boiler side of customs. They do spawn in some weird areas, so if you have a spawn location that you know of, feel free to put it down in the comments down below and let everyone else know where they might be able to look out for gas analyzers. Anywho, again, FalcoCaliber here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys next time.